this week I'm going to be showing you how I make a new frame. It's going to be a circle. First I'm going to start out with the sketching process and explain how I sketch and how I design certain works, and you can kind of then hopefully understand the visual language that I use, and that way you'll be able to interpret the sketches in a way that shows exactly what I'm planning to make. Then I'm going to show you some time lapses of me actually making the frame, and then I'll show you how I wrap it. Okay, so this is a sketch of a piece that I made about 1.5 years ago. You can see the similarities between the photo and the sketching, and here's another piece. This way you can see exactly what the sketch looks like in comparison to the final piece. One of these is what I'm aiming to finally make. I've not yet decided which one, but I'm sure we'll find out together in the next week or two. Hi everyone. Yeah, it's a bit of a hark back to the first episode where I was making the glue. I've kind of ran out of this normal glue that I use, but I've got loads and loads of the dehydrated glue pellets. So these glue pellets from like the very first episode that I used, except back then I was making, well, a lot of paint, a lot of glue, sorry. And now I'm only going to make a very tiny amount. So I'm gonna put you on here. So as you can see, I'm making a much smaller amount than last time. It's just maybe, oh, I don't know, 300 milliliters or something. And that should be more than enough to kind of take these blocks that I've just cut out, and I'm just basically creating a layer to sandwich between the two. I've got 2 plywood rings that I'm then sandwiching together with another piece of plywood in between. Actually, one ring is like, I'm not too sure what the material is actually. It's just a bunch of stuff that I found laying around in the studio, and I'm just basically having an experiment with these. So, after I've sandwiched the 2 layers together and the glue's made, I'll just nail them all together using my nail gun, and that way, yeah, tomorrow when I come back, it'll be basically ready to begin wrapping the piece like you've seen me do in the past, I think. But this, you see me make the frame, the SketchUp, and hopefully the end product in the next couple of weeks, all from start to finish in one entire process, rather than jumping in from the last unit, which is what I did. So I think it'd be nice for you to see the entire process. Okay. Hey, so the glue's nearly ready now. I'm just can't really see from that angle, can you? But the pellets are absorbing most of the liquid. Yeah, just the same as last time. Basically, I'm just going to heat this up gently, and then I can start applying it on the frame. That sandwich layer hopefully will give a really strong, a strong structure for the frame, and then hopefully when I'm weaving the surface on it, it's not going to warp or bend the ring in any way, and then we won't have any structural problems later on when we're putting it on the wall. Okay. Alright everyone, so glue's ready now. It's well, I only let it soak for about half an hour, and normally I let it soak for a full hour. And it's very thick, but I think it's fine. Like, I'm sure it's going to do the job. So I'm just going to quickly go around every piece here, and put a bit of glue on the spot, and then maybe a little bit more on the bottom, and then stick it there, and then that's basically just to hold it together. And then that you know, layer of material with a sandwich bit of MDF, and then another layer with a nail down each side and glue on it. It's just going to create a really strong structure. Well, that's what I'm hoping for anyway. I think the glue is going to really add something to it, because basically then it can't slip and slide. I mean, in a normal canvas frame that you make, it's actually the glue that's doing a lot of the work. The nails are just there, the screws are just there to hold it in place before the glue sets. And yeah, so we're applying that same theory to here, and it's quite a lot of glue that I've got there, so it should be very sturdy. So we'll find out. Okay. Okay, well that's the circular frame done now. It's not, you know, it's not the prettiest thing, but you've got to remember it's the actual underneath of everything right now, and it's just a bit of an experiment using tools that aren't really designed for what I've been using them for. But this is the final product here. I've just laid it down on the ground flat, so it doesn't dry with a warp. And then I'll come back tomorrow and wrap it, and that'll disguise the untidiness of it all. And that'll really neaten it up before I start putting the surface on, and at that point you'll barely even notice the fact that it's not a perfect circle. Well, that's the plan anyway. Okay, see you next week.